All right, I do believe we're live. And I'll let it trickle in. So we might have a minute before we actually start. Unless I'll be talking to myself with people not in the chat yet. Hey, Tamara. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Did you get connected with Sherry at iStencils? Randy and Teresa, hello. Gail, Kat, hi guys. CB. Letting everybody trickle in here. Can you guys hear me? And see me? Yep. Okay, cool. Teresa, I didn't place that. Oh, okay. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you got connected there. Hey, Joan. All right. All right. All systems go, I think. Anyway, so I was just down here playing today and testing out some of these weird pigments I bought on eBay to see if they would work as watercolors. And they do, some more than others. This one here was really cool. But the problem is when you use pigments like this that have that color shift, and look at this one shift. This shifts, that blue one shifts crazy colors. There's like a muted pink and all kind of stuff in there. Hey, Dot, April. Hey, Z. These two, they actually, once I let them dry and settle down, they actually did it here. But it's more, they're more like flakes than powder. This one here I really like. The problem with those kind of shifting pigments is, now ignore the art. This kind of got away from me. Then I just started slinging stuff. But I wanted to play with that pigment that I had left on my glass. And nothing's coming off. It's working as a watercolor. But see the shift in here? On white, you can see it a little bit. But if you get it the wrong way, like that, it just looks like crappy brown paint. It doesn't do anything, but you have to, you know, unless you're going to hang it on your wall and have something, hey, Kathy, have something moving at all times, you're not going to appreciate that until you walk by it at a certain way. But at a certain angle, like this, I see nothing but black and brown. Can you guys see that? And then as it catches the light, you can see all the stuff that's in there. Isn't that weird? This one went south fast. I tried to channel my inner CC. Didn't make it. Wasn't able to levitate her down here. But anyway, these are just throwing colors and playing and splatting and dropping stuff and doodling. This one's not too bad. This one was Lunar Blue, Lunar Black. That color I mixed up in New York, the guys that were there with me, the creamer one, that's got all kind of good stuff. It's like 4 different pigments in there, is what this is made out of. And this and these slashes, you can see that green shifting through there. Eileen. Hey, Kimberly. So this one I liked a little bit better. It's certainly not what I would call a masterpiece, but I was playing with this new pigment, and that's called Cosmic Bronze by Creamer. That's got a lot of flash to it when you hit it right. So anyway, there's that one. And then there's this one. It's still on the pad. I didn't take it off. After I took some pictures, I went in and added some of those sparkly gel pens that a couple of us just got. And you can see where I just added those little, let's see if I can get them to focus. Hello. Or not. But see, here's another paint. This brassy red here, that is the Cosmic Bronze. Is that right? Yeah, this is the Cosmic Bronze. But at certain angles, I mean, it's gorgeous when it flashes, but when it doesn't, it's just like somebody smeared baby poop on the page right there. You don't see that. So these are, I'm going to try to do something with watercolor ground to try to make those pop more and try to think ahead of myself. Yeah, I got to keep channeling somebody. So anyway, it's good to see Teresa and Randy back. I don't, oh, you went on your trip. They were gone for several weeks. And I know Egypt, but I don't know where else you all went. I'm anxious to see some pictures and tales. Now, this is a hot press watercolor. This is, oh, I got it upside down. These are my rose gold here. And there's Lunar Black. And there's, I forget what purple that was. Not handy, is it? And then I dropped some of that same mermaidy 4-mix color that we did it in New York. Hey, Jan. Jan was in New York with us. So a couple ideas I had. And since this is on a pad, I'm going to do this first. I tried it the other day. Didn't work out so good, but I'm going to try it a different way. Hey, Janet. My badass palette. Look, watch the spinning watercolors. Fall into your trance. I got this brilliant idea like, hey, how about we watercolor through stencils? Now, if you remember, if you were on when I was doing the iStencil sale, one of the things I demoed the first day, and do I have it near me? I don't think I do, was, yeah, I do. So I saw Shannon Green. If you guys don't know Shannon, you should look her up. She's Shannon Green on YouTube and pretty much everywhere, and buy Shannon Green on Etsy. She's the one that created the custom keepers, where she and her husband take recycled billboards and make traveler's notebooks that you cannot destroy. All kind of cool stuff going along with those now. But anyway, she had a video on her channel not long ago where she took a watercolor set. I think she had like Neo 2s. Hey, Galita. Hey, Jean. That she put in an empty palette in half pans and wetted them, and then took a makeup sponge and dabbed it in, blotted it off, and then just wiped it over the stencil through the stencil. So this was watercolor done like that through the stencil. So that start getting me thinking. You know what happens then? I do really like how this came out. So those pigments I showed you earlier, these that I mixed up with those makeup kind of things I got off of Amazon, here they are on white. And none of them look as great on white. Now that one just happened to hit a real flashy picture there. But when you turn it some way, it's baby poop. They're really much better on black. This one does all kind of turquoise and pink. Of course, you can't see the pink. But see how these two, not so great on here, but really cool on the black. But you don't know till you try, right? So anyway, I thought, how about if we watercolor through a stencil, right? And then pull the stencil up. So I thought this one of Jones would be like a really good one to do that with. This one's Jones Smithy Stencil on iStencils.com called Junctions, right? So I did this, and I just took random watercolors from everywhere and was slapping them in there, and they looked all nice and neat. When I had it in the right place, it looked like it was going to be pretty good. And I knew they were going to run a little bit. There we go. That's how I had it. And then I thought, I'm not going to take the time to do the whole thing until I see how this is coming off. I'm glad I didn't do that, because when I lifted it, there is you can see there was something to cause a design there, but they ran a lot. So now I'm thinking about, I'm going to try something else. And don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm going with not because of my previous experience, but we use a different paper. I used B paper on the first one. and it buckled on me a lot because it got kind of wet, and the stencil trying to lay flat on it kind of got a little curly cued. So of course it's going to run underneath of there. You might still smell like camels. Great. Hey, Shauna. So anyway, this block's pretty flat, and this is hot press, the Canson 100% cotton hot press 140 pound block is what this one is. Okay, so it's a paper smoother than cold press, and the block keeps it from. So I thought to myself, let's try it again like this. And I think, well, we want to put tape down to hold this. I think I will. Hey, Denise. Hold the phone. Let me just put a little bit of artist tape. I'm not going to tape the whole thing. I'm just going to put a few pieces on here. Hopefully it won't tear the paper. It is artist tape, but I don't know. We went out earlier today and had some steamed crabs. Drove across the Bay Bridge over the Chesapeake with some friends of ours, and went and got them at a place where they steam them right off the boat, literally. They were good. Now's the time of year when our crabs here in the bay are fat because they've had all summer to eat and get them before they go under the mud for the winter. Okay, just that. That's all I'm going to do. And now, I bought this 1/2 inch silver black label flat. I didn't have but a couple flat brushes. Let me bring you in a little bit. Hang on. Are you guys oriented right? Are you seeing this wheel on my left? My left hand. Hi, Mia. That's a new name. Welcome. You're on my left. Okay, great. Okay, thanks. You never know how this is going to come out. Sometimes it's flips a doodle and then it gets all screwy. Okay, so I'm going to take random colors, and I'm going to put my well, I've outgrown my 48 pan with my obsessive collection of hydrocolors. I'll throw a few of these sparkly ones in too. So I'm thinking one of the colors, now my brush is wet. I'm going to put a little bit on here, but I don't want to make it too wet. Wet these up a little bit. Oh, this damn thing locks on me all the time. Oh, great. I just sprayed my computer. If you hear a big spark and you see a flash and then I'm no longer on the air, call 911. I know. I like this too, Mia. Thanks. It's from Robax. R-O-B-A-X. They make different size ones. All kind of good stuff. I want to wet this a little bit more, though. This one. I don't know if I hit that one. That's my rose gold. So I'm going to try. And I'm wiping a lot of this off. I don't want this real wet. But I don't want to dry brush it either. And I did put a little water there, and it's pretty much sunk in there. So I'm going to try this again. Not going as wet. I was putting water in and then dropping it in, thinking I'd get those blooms. But it kind of bloomed a little bit too much. While my brush has this on it, I'm going to just put it somewhere else as well. And this may be another fail, but what the hell? We'll try it. And I don't have any rhyme or reason for what I'm doing, so I'm going to go you'd think that would wet them up a lot, but it doesn't. Unless you hold it way down there. There we go. Hey, Julie. Good morning. So you must be down under. All right. Where's my... Let's get a little lunar black. Just because we can. I'm going to go off on a palette to try to get some of this extra water out of here. And I'm just going to paint on top of the edges of the stencil and drag it inside the stencil. And we'll see what happens. I'd like it darker than that, but I risk it getting to 9:15 in the morning. What part of Australia are you in? Assuming it's Australia and not New Zealand or South Africa or whatever. No, South Africa is probably later. Kyomi, is that how you say that? That's another new name too. You're not in New Zealand. Cool. All right. I'm going to pick random colors over here too. Get a little shimmer in there. Well, of course, I'm going to go with one of my faves. I'm going to get some pink in here for Eileen too. You can still see a little bit of lift on this. And I'm only going to do, it's funny how this reacts so differently on this hot press than it does cold press. Oh, Randy, were you guys just in New Zealand? I know you were in Egypt. You were in New Zealand too. You really had a whirlwind tour there. That's cool. This is Rose Madder. So I'm trying to brush from the stencil to the inside of it so I don't get any, and I need to get it's hard for me to get this water right and wet enough to pick up color, but not enough to go blasting underneath of the stencil. This is diopside green. So I'm pulling from every side. And I don't know how this is going to look. I'm only going to do this little corner and then we'll have a little peek. Because I want to try it another way too. Let's do Mayan red. I don't use Mayan red very much. It feels left out there. I can still see a little bit of a buckle here though. You think it's flat, and it's not really flat. CC. I see everybody saying hi to CC, but I didn't see CC. But I know you're in here. They gave you away. Permanent violet. That's one I don't use much. No rhyme or reason why I'm using. Ooh, that's really vivid. Maybe I should use you more often. Let's put you over here too, since I got some more on my brush. Trying to like damp brush some colors over the stencil, CC, is my intent. Serpentine, I don't know, teen or time. That's a worldwide debate. It's a pretty green, even for those who are not green lovers. I do like green. It's not like, I'm not Eileen or Jean with green. Oh, speaking of Eileen, get something pink in there. Opera. That's one of her favorites. Opera. There you go, Eileen. That's for you. Hey, April. I'm glad too. Let's do a little dioxazine purple. That's one of my faves. And that's a bright one. Well, that almost looks black. And I just picked up the tiniest bit off of there. Well, since I got some on my brush, I'll just use it again. This is just an experiment. This isn't a painting. I just want to see if it's going to work any better. See, this is what I did playing around yesterday. And when I lifted the stencil, they were too wet and they ran. You can still see the gist of the stencil, but not what I had in my head, which it very rarely is what I had in my head, to be honest. And I'm just randomly looking at colors here to pick stuff I don't use all the time. Rose of Ultramarine. You're a pretty color. Why don't I use you more? Oh, that's way too wet. The non-running issue, anyway. Patty, are you painting with one? Yes, see, this one's called Junctions. I thought this would be cool with this if it works. Of course, if it doesn't work, it's no fault of the stencil. Lunar Violet. Why am I picking all these dark, winey colors? This one's black and it breaks apart into black and purple. Purplish. A muted purple. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Julie. This is by Robax. R-O-B-A-X. It's Robax Engineering. I think he's a retired engineer that makes several different sizes of this type palette, and as well as some other things for watercolors. He has square palettes. He's got smaller round ones. He's got ones this size, but the holes are bigger, so it holds less colors, but more of those colors. Oh, good. I'm glad you got them, CC. Blue Apatite. Just throw a little bit of blue in there. Well, that's hardly showing in there. Oh, you're welcome, Julie. And they sell these little pans that you can lift out. You could just put your color right in here, but then it's really hard if you want to change, especially one color or something. So you put it in these little pots that insert in there so it's more mobile. And this is an extra piece. See if I can get it off here without totally destroying the whole area. Oh, Lord. Maybe not. Lordy, there we go. This usually comes like this. This one here is for 85 colors. And this is a separate one that holds an additional 41 colors that you can get to drop. You just got to find the groove. Find your groove. Not like Stella getting her groove back here. There we go. And then you're back in business. It's got all different kind of inserts that can go in this center spot for different layouts or different palettes, or even a ceramic dish divided into 3 sections that you can put in there. So it's kind of all in one. Not great for a travel palette, got to tell you. Oh, thanks there, Jean. Put the link up. Thanks, Jean. All right, let's put something fun and sparkly. Duo Turquoise. This is Daniel Smith. Because I'm trying to do this kind of dry, I'm not being able to pick up a lot of pigments on there. And that looked a lot of bluer green than I was expecting it. All right, I'm going to put my head down here and stop watching chat for a minute to get this corner filled up so we can pull this bad boy off of there. Let's see what this is. Oh, here, another purple. It must be in a purple state of mind or something. This is Daniel Smith Primatech Kingston Green Turquoise. Put another one in there since I got more on my brush. And I got a couple new ones the other day. Burnt Tiger's Eye. See what you look like. Now that's a nice, cool, oops. Well, now I got the pink in it. Well, these are more burgundy kind of purples, Jean, not what I normally am drawn to. What's that? Cigar Light Tiger's Eye. Iridescent Topaz. Where'd you come from? I didn't know you were in here. Let's try you and see what we got. It's barely visible, but I guess I'll get a little sheen. Why is this taking me so long? Oh, let's do more pink. This one I know is Snapdragon. We'll do that just for Eileen. And I don't have anything yellow. What are we going to do yellow? New Gamboge. You're nice and bright. Oh, shoot. I just painted over the one I said. Oh, let me just do this and get this over with. I'm anxious to see. I have no patience. Melanie April. I don't know that name. What does she, what, I assume she's a watercolorist. But hey, Mary. Welcome. I don't know that name. Not that I know all watercolors. I'm going to actually hit this with a heat gun. Probably best if I plug it in. Works a lot better when it's plugged in. It never gets dry when it's not plugged in. I can't figure that out. Okay, heat gun. Good enough. Instagram has a website, distinct style that's fun. Oh, cool. All right, big reveal. Yeah, well, that's better. But still had some runoff. Yeah, I have it dialed back some, Jean. Okay, so now what I'm going to try, that wasn't that great of a success. I mean, if you want a little abstract kind of a look to it, you know, you can't hate it, but it's not what was in my little head. So I'm wiping that off. And then I'm going to try, I'll just use the same piece of paper. Let's do this so I can get 2 pieces of tape on the page. Oh, hell. There we go. Okay. Now this time I'm going to spray water through the holes and then pick it up. If you did it on black, it would look like stained glass. You are correct. Very good point. And I have to be mindful of what colors I used. I used all metallics pretty much. But you are correct, my friend. All right, so let me try this. And I'm holding this side up in an effort to push the rest of this down, if that makes any sense. So here goes nothing. Now I got to spray enough water on here for it to just tap watercolor in it and let it run. And I'm going to pull it and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Of course, now I can't see where the shapes are. Nope, it's not enough water in there to run. I can see the shapes with the water pattern here, but I can't. They're not doing what I thought they might do. Again, not a shocker. Cece, stream when you can stream. some people have a schedule and some people don't, or I should say their availability is more open than other people's. And if you have a given amount of time and it's stream or not stream, I say stream. Stream. Everybody can watch the recording for, you know, if they miss it, but then no, see, it's not wet enough. Okay. Nope. Not working. You would think it would be eye-catching, but you can't. I can't really pull it off. So you can see the pattern of the water. I don't know if you guys can see it very faintly, but it's just a mist. It's not a puddle. You know what? I wonder if that would work better on different paper instead of hot press. Hang on. Maybe the textured paper would let that water puddle in there a little bit better. Let's try a piece of B paper. All right, let's see what happens here. Damn thing locks on me every time. Put more water on it this time. I don't think it's going to work. Oh, maybe. Actually, I see the design in the stencil there. All right, let's try a color I know runs well. And there we go. Oh, but it's running into the next one. That's okay. I can live with that. Now let's see. I need to get more colors, use more colors that move better so it kind of trickles in there and fills it up. Let's mix them up a little bit and see what happens. Just don't forget, Cece, some of us work full time and can't really watch until after 5. I'm just mentioning that. Not that I'm trying to influence you. Wow, that really took over. That's diary-lyed yellow. That's kind of a mover and a shaker. See, I'm not familiar with them enough to know which ones will actually travel like that. I'm looking for where I have a good amount of water. All right, let's see what else we got in here. There's a weird one, mummy bauxite. Maybe for Halloween I'll go with a tube of mummy bauxite. Get it? Oh, I'm hilarious. Yeah, I get it, CC. It is hard to make it convenient for everybody. It's not possible. Have that problem every day at work scheduling meetings for. We have people in our marketing team that are in. He's in Sydney, one in Dublin, San Jose, Montreal, Ottawa, East Coast. Somebody always gets hosed. We try to rotate it. We try to rotate it so that the same person doesn't get screwed every time. Does anybody else have that trouble that they keep locking this bottle every time they go to squeeze the daggone thing? Could be just me. Could be. This is a new color. I think this is Schminke. Is it Schminke? I haven't labeled it yet. Prussian Green by Schminke. It's a very blue green, which I'm a little partial to. So this at an angle, I can see much more of what's on there, and it did kind of see that the sheen of the water. It's not enough water in every case to travel. That's not a blue that I would usually buy. What the heck is that? And why did I buy it? Cobalt Cerulean Schminke. Somebody must have recommended it. And I thought for some reason I had to try. It's Sleeping Beauty. So this will kind of work. But you can see where these two ran together, where the water went under the stencil. And it would be a long process, and some of them are going to dry out, so I wouldn't do a whole page of this. Hey, Heather. Welcome. So I was just trying to spray water through a stencil and drop watercolor in it and see what happened. But possible in a small spot maybe, but here's another attempt on hot press where I used a dry brush going through the stencil. And here's one I did at the first try that was just wet and it kind of ran everywhere underneath. So far, I think I would do this in small areas, but this is a good stencil to try it. And this is Junctions by Joan with the eye stencils, Joan Smithies. She's one of my mods. What do you want to bet that's my mother? No, it's Dave's sister. Okay. All right, let's get rid of this. And now, let's try something else. I don't know what I want to try. I was trying to channel my inner Cece the other day. I told him earlier. Cece. Yeah, what I want to do, let me try this on the hot press. Hang on. Let me get that off there. I got to cut this one off. Where's my little, I use this little scrapbooky tool to, I think it's for die cutting. I don't know what it's for. But I get my paper off my block with one of these. Works pretty good. All right, let's set sit up there to dry. Oh, I want to try this on hot press, where I just put some watercolors down and then lift through a stencil. And then, remember the one I lifted and then outlined it with one of those sparkly pens? Let's see. I did this one the last time like that. Let me find another one to do. It might have a good pattern. Not too intricate. Oh, this one. I think this is a good one. Let's try this. Let's try that. This is one of mine. But it's one of my faves. Sticks and balls, I think I called it. Don't ask me why I name them these. Stick ball. Don't ask me why. Okay, so I'm just going to throw some watercolor down. And I'm going to put a little bit of water on. And let's see what happens here. Let me use a Traveler. This is dioxazine purple. This usually travels pretty well. I'm just going to do blobs. Different shades because of the water, right? There's no rhyme or reason here. I'm not doing a painting. I'm just lifting color. Let me throw, well, why should I vary too far off my one and only path, apparently, that I know? Mix some of those there. And let me have, where are you, Lunar Blue? Where the hell are you? Oh, there you are, right down in my face. Let's throw some Lunar Blue down there and see what happens with that. Usually I do this kind of stuff on Yupo, but I'm purposely doing it on here for this. I don't know if we want to call it a technique yet. That might be a little, hey, Vicky, a little presumptuous. I just want to get some color on the paper. And let me get some Lunar Black. All right. And now, just because I can, let's just sprinkle a little rose gold, because even a blob test without rose gold doesn't seem right. All right, now, oh, he good. I don't care what anybody says. These colors are good. Randy, I must agree with you, my friend. And I know this is your palette too, right? Randy is, he's a purple teal fan too. I don't know what the heat gun's going to do to the lunar colors. I don't know if that'll slow their granulation. I actually love how that looks. Oh, mercy. All right, it doesn't have to be completely dry. I just don't want to get out of the puddles. You can't hate that, people. Look at that Lunar Blue in there. Doing that kind of cool stuff. A little flashy rose gold. Lunar Black with some rose gold in there melting. That deep purple. Now we got Lunar. No, I put Lunar Black down there, didn't I? With that fellow turquoise. Right? That's all it is. Thanks, Heather. I do really like it. But we're not stopping there. Let's plow onward. Is this the one I want to do? That kind of looks galaxy-ish, doesn't it? It's a word. Galaxy-ish. I don't know if this is the right one now. I don't know. It is, isn't it? And like these blooms that I didn't know I put in there came out kind of pretty. You're rather awesome. Yes, you are. Maybe I'll use this one again. That's going to lift up a lot. Hang on. Got to talk myself through it. Maybe something like this. Where I take off bits. I don't know. We'll try that. Let's just do something. So I got a little piece of a magic eraser. This one's a little dirty. See, there are many more indications that I've lost it other than just talking to my painting. Oh, mercy. I would be talking to my painting whether you guys were here or not. Hey, Chai. Hello. So I just dipped this little end in my jar of water, and it sucks up water pretty good. So I'm letting it kind of like squeeze down and go. Pretty much the whole thing is damp from that little switch. Magic eraser. And sometimes just putting water or baby wipe through it'll do it. But you got to watch that the baby wipe's not too wet so that it doesn't seep under the stencil and blur up your design. All right, what do I like about this? I wouldn't mind taking a circle, but I want to take the circle out of something that won't really matter, like maybe up here. That's not that big a deal, and I'm not wild a straight line. And sometimes these are staining colors. They won't all come up, but they will at least. Oh, I gotta color in the other side of the circle now with the leftover paint. Let's get this since I already screwed that up. Oh, look at that. Where's my paper towel? Absorb some of that extra water and paint. Let's take this corner of this out too. Oh, but see now I have to remember, don't wipe it on the clean paint. It's going to stain. All right, so let's see. Let us see what else we want to do. I want to do different angles. I don't want to just do it straight. I don't know why. Oh, what the hell? It's a test. Let's just carry on, shall we? I don't have to wipe it clean. I just want to make, and I'm going to use that paint to rub out into that white to make that a full circle. And I don't want to make this too intricate for my feeble mind and hands because I'm going to go back with a pen and trace around. As I say that, look, I'm doing every bit. I can't help myself. I'm a danger to my own self. I'm telling you. I'm not watching chat right now, guys. Hang on. If you're talking to me, I'm not ignoring you. I'm not really. Well, I am ignoring you. I'm not even looking. All right, let's get something off down here. Some kind of line there. Let's take this little round spot off of here. All right, enough. Okay. A dry paper towel. That created a lot of dust coming off of this as it kind of crumbles as you use it. Okay. So now that's where we are. Now again. Now I got to decide which one of these I want to use. These are awesome if you guys haven't seen these yet. They are by, oh hell, it's so shiny I can't read it. Good Lord. I really can't read it. hybrid dual metallics. I think they're by Pentel. I got them on Jet Pens. You can get them on Amazon too. This one is blue ink with metallic green shimmer. See if you guys can see what that looks like right there. Are you going to focus for Mama? You be nice. Come on. Of course not. You can almost see it. There you go. Pay attention. It only flashes for a second. There's that one. And this one's really cool. This one's violet with blue. That one came in pretty. There you go. Now you can see both of them. How pretty are they? And then I just have, I don't know, I got gold and I got silver. Do I just want to do silver again? The silver was actually really pretty. I have one of these. I think I might just use the silver for now. We'll see. All right, so now I got to go back and find the spots of the stencil that I used. Ish. And then I'm just going to trace. I got the pen in my mouth, so that's why I sound like I'm being kidnapped. Just trace around the inside of the stencil. This one, I guess I got to go right off the edge to make it look right, since I drug that paint up there. And now that this is in place, I can do a lot more spots. My hand is so unsteady. Even tracing inside the stencil is not easy. Anyway, you can kind of see-ish. Come on, camera. There you go. Maybe it'll look better when everything's all over there. When it's all done. Where's this little bit here? I did a few of you. There we go. Get this little crescent-ish shape. I'll make up a lot of words with ish. Just adding ish to it. I'm going to make that a new thing. Oops. See my hand slip and pop over there? I'm telling you. Ay. I don't remember which ones I did this way. This actually can go pretty fast. Maybe that's my trouble, trying to go fast. I don't want to bore everybody while I do this whole thing, so I'm trying to go a little faster than I might do it sitting here by myself. Did I do all these? Here comes my family. Hey, hon. You can say hi. I'm streaming.
Hi, everybody.
You guys hear Dave said hi, everybody? He's down the other side of the basement.
Who's on there?
A lot of people. 51 right now. Your buddy CB's on there. Kathy's on there. CC. Joan. People that you know. I'm trying to think of who else on here. Forget who else. Jean. You met Jean the first year. Oops. Just shifted the daggone stencil. Hello. Oh, well. Maybe it'll look like a shadow effect. Let's go with that. Rather than, Patty, you screwed up. Let's go with the shadow effect. Hey, Joey Lou. That's a new name. Oh, good. That's what YouTube's for, Joey. Glad you could join us.
Anything you need?
From where?
Upstairs, some water in it.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Right.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Tell Oakley CB said hi.
Hi. Bye.
And gentlemen, Randy's on with us. Okay, here. Oops. You see that? Boo boo. Oh, where's that one go? That one goes right there. No? Yes? Right about there. Almost done for what I'm going to do. Seems like the watercolors, just the regular watercolors, seem to travel more on the hot press. I guess the hills and the valleys of the cold press want to make it just sink in, absorb. That might be the better technical term rather than sink in. I like the one I did originally better, which was when I was demoing the stencils. I had the colors darker, and this is on cold press. See where the paper holds more of the color, right? This one's a little more pastel-y. Oh, look, I made up another word. It's okay. Not my most favorite thing in the world, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right, let me get rid of this piece of paper. And then, what time is it? I need to be off of here, 6 o'clock. I'm going to be off. Thanks, CB. I'm going to get off around 7 to get time for me to regroup, grab something to eat. And if I'm not typing much during Xander's stream, it might be because I'm in the tub. Good thing we don't have FaceTime on YouTube. You guys would be scarred for life. I just don't like how a block leaves all those boogers on the paper. See that? I don't like that. I know you can get them off, but I really like those mixing of those colors, though. Maybe we'll do something like that. There was, oh, I know what I was going to do. I have never used watercolor ground. And black gold. I have transparent. I have core white. Man, the core is heavy. A lot heavier than the Daniel Smith stuff. Feels like concrete in there. I'm going to play with these. And I'm not sure. Tapping. Where's Gala? Every time I tap my fingers, I think of Gala now. My eyes seem really blurry. Like I can't really read the chat from here, and I always can. It's pretty strange. All right, I want to try to play with these. And I know you don't necessarily have to put them on watercolor paper. However, I'm going to, in my head, should I just use this? It's going to have to dry, though, a while, isn't it? I'm thinking. Hey, Sharon. This is a lot of paint. Yeah, it is. The last pattern you were using has a Blade Runner theme. this one here. This is one of my stencils, and it is called Coffee Mug, because this design, very close to this design, was on a ceramic Starbucks tall, one of the tall ones with no handle. And it had this kind of design. It was white mug with navy blue. And it looked like it was watercolored and with like indigo. And it was this pattern wrapped around the mug. And I just love that mug. And I was making stencils and I thought, I'm going to make a stencil like my mug. That's why it's called Coffee Mug. People might look at this and think, what in the hell? I don't see a coffee mug on the whole page. What the hell is this idiot talking about? That's why it's named Coffee Mug. So I wanted to try what's in my head. Let me explain what's in my head, which Lord knows that's going to take a while. So see what I was telling you about this piece, right? As long as the light catches this right, you can see all that really reflective, reddy, brassy tone in there. That's called Cosmic Bronze. It's a creamer pigment. But when it doesn't catch it right, see what you got? Like nothing. Nothing. Please don't explain what's in your head. Oh, I wish I could. But anyway, I wanted to try to think of how I could do something that's going to look similar to this, but that I can put down black watercolor ground in advance and intentionally catch these little random bits. But that's so random. I get that it's abstract. Well, hell's bells. Let's just throw some on there and see what happens. All right, this is black watercolor ground. I'm just going to use this old cheapy brush. I don't know what kind of brush. I would assume you could use a watercolor brush, but I'm not going to use one of my watercolor brushes. So let's just kind of random. Let's just brush some black in a similar pattern. I'm looking at this as an example. If you know I'm going down the wrong path, you might want to speak up now. Okay. Don't know how thick to do it. Okay. I'm just going to do some kind of a wandering. I'm going to hold it up here so it's real random. Oh, I'm afraid. Touch the page. Stop whining. I wish this was heavy enough to, liquid enough to splat. It's kind of thick there on the edges. And now while I'm at it, let's put some it's too thick. Hey, Julie, I saw that. Good thing, as I talk to myself 80% of the day. Let's just do some random little like streaks every now and then. It's not enough on there to make a difference. I don't like that on there now. But that's okay. We're going to go with it. Just a test. Oh, thanks, A. All right, let me get that out of my brush. It looks like it's drying pretty quickly, though, actually. So, having no idea what I'm actually doing, I'm wondering if I should put some of this gold down, too, and test that as well. Yes, no. Cece, you used this recently, didn't you? I don't know. You know what? This looks a little looser. I wonder if I could. No, but then what would I do with it if I splotted it? Let's save that for something else. All right, let's see what this is doing. It's almost dry, really. Heat gun. Now, somewhere I have. Ugh. Oh, Cece and Zandra. Gala! You knucklehead. Where have you been? The other day, I was starting to tell Xandra and Cece, because you're rose gold freaks like I am. Not a freak in a bad way, but I had these two inks, and it hit me the other day, like, oh, can I make a rose gold ink out of a silver and a bronze? And it came up pretty close. Actually, this is, if you can see this, I'm pretty sure that's dry. Okay, let me see if I can show you this. But I left it in my palette, and of course it's acrylic and it doesn't re-wet, so that was scraped off with my, but can you see this right here? This was in the palette knife I was mixing it with, and I wiped it off on the palette knife. It's pretty dang close. All right, so now these are creamer special effects kind of pigments, and this one over here and that brassy one in the corner, that's Cosmic Bronze. And that's the one that I used on here that looks fabulous if you're looking at it the right way, but baby poop when you know. So, because on the one, I had it on a piece of paper when Joan was doing the eye stencil stuff, when I tested it and put it on the edge of that black piece of paper, it was fabulous. What are they, Patty? What are they? What are what? These? Is this what you're talking about, CC? These are creamer. These are all creamer. Oh, I should get some of my Tokios out too. Hold the phone. Patty, what are the bottles you showed to me? Oh, the rose gold ink. Oh, okay. Sorry. This one was a Winsor Newton silver. Oh, almost dropped it. Reflexes like a gazelle. I don't know if you saw that or not. And this one is a FW pearlescent called Birdwing Copper. That's acrylic. Hello. Work with me. Come on. Well, you're going to have to trust me. That says Birdwing. There you go. Birdwing Copper. FW Iridescent. Now this, is this acrylic? Are all inks acrylic? I should know this. I don't know that. It's drawing ink. Non-water resistant. Non-water resistant. Made from aluminum suspended in a gum solution. For illustration and calligraphy fine art. Then with water if required, use a steel nibbed pen, brush, airbrush. I can tell you that when you open this sucker, it's got a strong odor to it. Yes, it does. So these, let's see, what am I going to do here? Let's see if I can get this going. I'll use some of this. I'm not quite off camera. Get that luscious stuff. And let's get this. I'm not going to worry about getting exactly on the black, I don't think, right? So let's just kind of lay it down around there. And then I might even squirt it a little bit and let it run. This is basically going to be the background of whatever I put on top of it in my head. That's where we're going. I'm going to see how contrived this black looks underneath it here. It might look really not well. These pigments just dance in the water. If I was a pigment like this, I'd be dancing in the water too. Just like I would tango in New York if I could. Oh, yes, those of you that were with me in New York will get a little chuckle out of that one. Okay, now that's kind of like splotchy, right? It's really reflective. And I'm going to loosen it up a little bit with some spray and some water because it's too, the blobs are too, Now, I'll let that run and see what happens. I don't want it to all run off. Hey, Safia. Now that I have them moving a little looser, a little more loosey-goosey, as Oakley would say. I kind of like how they grab that texture of the watercolor, though. Maybe I'll just let that show. This one looks pretty cool. See the texture that's in there? And up here on this one. All right. What the hell? I love how these little stripes look, though. Because you can see some of the black, even that skinniest one. It really makes that color pop. But I like the looks of those. With the black coming through it. Should have done all of those and none of that squiggly crap. Might be a little surprise in your envelope, Sandra. I have more on the way. So now, heat gun. Let's try that. I missed that comment, Kayla. I'll leave it up to you since you're so qualified to do what you think is best. Hey, Gail. Oh, thank you. I meant to say thank you, Gail, not hi, Gail. I know you've been here for an hour. So I wonder, I gotta look and see how much you can water down the black watercolor ground. I'm gonna get this dry and I'm gonna wet it in spots again and drop in some other colors. See what happens. Could be good, could not be good. Okay, and see now no matter, well, you can't really see that way, but no matter where you turn it, it's all a little flashy. You don't, other than here where it's on the white. See that go to baby poop when it's not flashing? It's just kind of there. But under the black, over the black, that's pretty good. So, all right, let's put this over here. And what do I want to do? So many possibilities. And no clue. Well, when all else fails, I say lunar blue. Let's loosen up a little. What are those other ones I used? Did I just use? Oh, I'm going to use the ones I just used. Lunar blue, my dioxazine purple by Core and Fallow turquoise, and lunar blue. Okay. This time, let's start with lunar blue. All right. Oh, I didn't wet it. See what did I say? I wanted to wet it. I didn't. A little wet drop right there. Let's just throw some wetness through there, down here, and a little over here, and see what happens. See how this kind of sits up on top of the paper, kind of like Yupo does, where if that was hot cold press, it would be sunken in there. Some over here, my little. This might take forever to granulate. Great. It's starting to granulate up here, actually. Never saw watercolor ground used this way. Used to be good work. Yes, I remember that. I know that it's usually to make a surface that's not conducive to watercolor. Like you can even, I've seen people put it on glass and ceramic and different things that are not water fluey. I mean, water fluey. I saw somebody say something about the flu. Watercolor, well, forget it. You know what I mean. Try to work with me, people. I don't know what the hell I'm saying most of the time. Okay, let's get a little fallow turquoise. Oh, I didn't squirt it yet. I blend a little. Let's put a little blob over here and one here in this pocket. And let's see what happens here. Let me get some up in this lunar blue. It's a strong color. I'm just going to use what I have on here. And this is picking up a little bit of that bronze. When I re-wet it, it's kind of mixing with that a little bit. Let's go. Put a little bit right there. See what happens. I'm going to pick some of this up. Let that kind of mix in with everything. No clue what I'm doing. Just very loosey-goosey. Trying to get those puddles spread out a little bit. A lot of puddles, but this lunar blue is acting really cool. Yeah, for sure, Jean. You can use it on, I'm sure you can use it on clay. I'm sure of it. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of this purple runs all over the place here. Let's put a little streak down through here and a little bit up here for starters. Oops. And how about some right there, for instance? Let that run wherever it wants to go. Let's put this over to this lunar blue and let's see what happens there. Ooh, it's taken over the lunar blue. Not what I wanted it to do, but that's okay. Where'd I have that other blob? Right in here. Let's lay that over top of this bit here, down in here. I'm half tempted. It's so wet though. I'm going to say I'm half tempted to pick it up and let it just drip, but it's going to be really drippy. I tell you what, this purple. Look at this bit right here. I'm going to get it up there. Of course, you're not going to see the colors as true as I do. Where you're seeing, I think, royal blue. That's that really deep purple. And that lunar, it looks more purple down there a little bit, not as much as it does on screen. This is a mix of those colors. Here's a little blob of water there and there. Get some over there to mix. And some of this where this is on white, I'm going to let that mix with that so it doesn't show baby poop. I should probably wipe those back too. It's a learning experiment. We'll see. We should have a drinking game every time Patty uses blue. Kayla. There's a lot of pigment still on there, really laying on top of this paper. Oh, see where this went in and picked up some of that bronze pigment? Now watch. Ooh. Oh, it's running all the way down the side of that. Down here. That's pretty cool. Wonder how long this would take to dry. We're going to find out. When it gets partially dry, I might bump it to let it run. Randy, work with me, Randy. Thought you were my friend. That's all right. Trying to blow more of that bronze pigment down the side of that purple. This might be a whole new technique here. See how that puddles up on this paper? Oop. Oh, hello. You went the wrong way. Well, might as well let you run off the bottom now. And you. Out of control. Oh my goodness. I love this little streak like that. I'll be doing that more. I'm going to put it on with a finer brush. Might have to use a stiffer brush because that's pretty heavy stuff. Push some of that back up north. All right, this is the only one that I'm still able to manipulate that's got enough of a puddle. That's kind of just wobbling back and forth though. That's all right. Or this one. You gonna let me manipulate you? There you go. You can go ahead and run down that page too. There you go. All right, good enough. Now, let's see what's gonna drop and what's not. Just a little bit more down the bottom. I don't know, kind of like it. I kind of do. There's some real cool stuff happening through here. Let's see if you can see. See where that bronze kind of trickled down the side of that purple? And here it's mingling with the turquoise and carrying some of that bronze down right through there in the center. Focus, focus, focus. And the lunar blue granulation. This little piece here is pretty cool too. Hey, Malia. Bang it, sister. I just now saw that one. All right. Now what? I do like how that stays shiny everywhere you move it, though. And you almost, like the parts that you can't see. I'm going to try something that are kind of like baby poop. I wonder if I can coax them back onto the color without disturbing too much else. Not so baby poopish when you turn the page. They are lifting up pretty good. You're going to get black ground nails. I think you should. You could do really fabuloso things with that. And your new watercolor creamer goodies that we did in New York City. It does lift pretty good, though, when you get it wet again. So I could futz with that longer if I wanted to. I don't want to. I don't want to. All right, I'm deciding on my next. I don't know what my next step is. I like putting the circles in there. I like the geographic stuff. Cece did that the other day where she put not just circles, but she had all kind of a geometric thing going on there. Reading the chat, I didn't have a stroke. At least not yet. I don't know. Do I want to throw some more of this? No, because that would go. I wonder what this would look like splatted. This lunar. I mean, not lunar. Remember the furnace black I did with the lagoon pigment in it? And it looked pretty cool on white. Well, before we do something terrible to that one, let me find something here. Ugh. Let me find this. Let me just play with something like this. This was Furnace Black Pigment by Kramer mixed with Pacific Lagoon. It was in my head. You know how the lunar black looks really horizontal line, CCS. I was thinking about doing some kind of lines actually. But in how and using what medium to do the lines. What did Amelia say? What is that black ground? Oh, yeah. It's Daniel Smith Black Watercolor Ground. You must have a jar. Anyway, what was I saying? In my head, since the Pacific Lagoon really pops on black, but on white you can hardly see it. It's an interference color. That if I put it in with black, that it would show on white. And it kind of does. But let's see how kind of does it. Trying to just clean my brush out now. This furnace black is so intense. I dip it one little dip and my water's black. All right. Let me hit that. Let me hit it. I think he's gone. Hi, Lona. That's another new name. Hi. Thanks for joining us. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Hello, lover. That's kind of like doing in watercolor what I did with this. Oh, should I mix some of this Cosmic Bronze Pigment with Lunar Black watercolor so it'll work on white? But see what the black did with the when I dried it? It's lunar blue on top of black. hello. I do believe it needs some of those splats, but we'll hold that for, now I got to think about these lines Cece was telling me. My first hello lover of the day. Hang on, my camera's crooked. I must have whacked it with something. What lines do you see and how do you see making them, Cece? I said see how many times then? How many lines, Cece, do you see? I was also thinking about doing one using the black ground and circles and lines and squares and putting a metallic over that and then kind of painting around that. I'm tapping, Gayla. I was tapping earlier. You missed it. Few nooks and crannies to do horizontal lines. With watercolor with a fine brush, are you talking about like black lines? Like what kind of lines? Rose gold lines, skinny script brush, flat brush. Or just like little lines like in between these two. Boom, boom, boom. Like where this white space is here. Do you mean kind of a thing like that where you just do lines all the way up that crevasse? And with a marker maybe? I know, right? I'll do that on another one. Laughing at Gayla, knucklehead. She's dying to boot somebody. I'm only hoping we get a troll so she can exert her powers of a moderator. Like ladder rungs. Yes, Julie, that's what I was thinking. But I think I'll do that with a pen last, right? Do I want to do more watercolor on here? I think I got to splat some of this lagoony stuff. That's what I'm thinking. And then do pen work for the other stuff later. Listen to me, pen work, as if I know what the hell I'm doing. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do it. See how that all dried? If you didn't look at me before. See there, it's over that purple. And that purple's in this painting. It's done. Gonna do it. Don't care. Okay, I'm going to put it off to the side here so I can get a good flail at it with the brush. I want to get the brush wet. All right. Oh, here goes nothing. Oh, it's all over the place. I want to get some bigger blobs of it. Whoa, now it's getting too much and I can't make it stop. Oh, hell, it's all over here. I wanted to get... Well, now it's gone berserk. I'm not getting the big blobs I wanted. I've got 1 million little blobs. Well, now I don't like it. Way too much little splatters. I wanted some big blobs. Yes, I did. Oh, maybe I could do lines. I wonder if I could. Hang on. Hold on. Let's see how long my arms are. That one won't work. Somewhere in here, I can't even see what I'm reaching for. I'll probably impale myself. I'm wondering if I can use some of this water. I'm going to turn it this way so you can at least kind of see what I'm doing. So paint the big blobs. Yeah, I know. I thought about that. Thank you, Cece, for correcting Gayla. So I'm going to really wet this up. And now I saw somebody do this. I'm not going to do it on here. Let me move this out of harm's way. It might be too late for harm's way. But I saw somebody taking watercolor and coloring the back of a, what do you call it? One of these pens. Oh, and not doing that. See what I mean about my hand? These damn two numb fingers still screw me up. Dip it, pick up the paper, and then fling it. Too late. Good information 3 minutes ago, but I will remember that. Moving ahead. Oh, hey. Let's see. Can you see it? I can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little Pacific Lagoon sheen in that line. I don't know. You're going to be able to see it? Can you see it? That's what I'm going to do the lines with. Ah! Oh, look at this little mishmash that happened there. Happy accidents. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to do that. Oh, hell. I forgot how black that was. I made my clean water black. Well, gray at least. Okay. So I'm going to do that once this dries. And do I want to paint some shapes on here to hide some of this excessive splatter? Why didn't you stop me? What the hell's wrong with you people? That's why I have you here. Okay. So. And I'm not really good at shapes. Those circles I did through a stencil. Let me dry this. Here you go. Yes, you should, Cece. I had her going good, but no. And I don't think this is a color that you can pick up. Well, it's just an experiment anyway. I shouldn't get that attached. But when I have a minor success, I glom onto it. Doesn't happen. I usually am the one to follow with what not to do, which is just as important in my world. Now, what's funny is on this paper, you don't see the blue near like you do in. See this again? That's on cold press. I think the black sinks in that and leaves that lagoon on top. But I'll show you down here where there's a cluster. It just looks a little shimmery black. Come on, work with Mama. It's not the same. I do. Well, you're probably not going to get to see that. Come on. There you go. See, it's like black with a little bit of shimmer. Isn't that shitty? Now you tell me that's why you don't like hot press. Great. We were doing good until just a couple minutes ago. All right. Well, now that we're here, let me take a baby wipe just for shits and gigs. Which are your most favorite watercolors? Well, I love Daniel Smith. Yeah, that's not going to work there. I just really dicked that up. Oops, I said dick. Love Daniel Smith. I love the creamer metallic stuff that we bought the dry pigments and made watercolors ourselves. They are fabulous. I like all kind of stuff. I have some Schminke. I like those. I like these hydrocolors that I get from an Etsy who makes her own metallic paints. I like those. Mission Gold's a nice kind of, it's supposed to be, I guess it's artist grade, but it's a reasonably priced artist grade set. All right. Now, crapola. It's just little, it's like pepper spilled on it. Isn't that crazy? I'll have to recreate this on cold press. What time is it? 20 minutes. Okay. Hey, Martinez. Brand for mixed media. Any of them. Any of them, really, depending on, there's so many things when you say mixed media that you could use them for and how they'll react. If they don't have the right ground to sit on, most things are going to resist it, like acrylic. Are you gonna boot me out of my own stream? Hey, Marie. So you know what? I bet these black lines with this is not going to show up black either. Let's try it for shits and gigs. It's already hosed, so no big deal. But a lot, like if you're putting them over top of dried acrylic, it's just going to resist the water. It's not going to be solid, good adhesive. Thinking acrylic ink over the watercolors. Now you could do the reverse like that, watercolor, and then put acrylic ink over watercolors on the right kind of paper for watercolor. Hey, Kathy. Luckily, they can't boot me out of my own stream. Oh, or I'd have been long gone. Okay, I'm going to try this just for shits and giggles. We're going to do it. Okay. So let's just go here. And let's just do, again, with me and my shaky hand and blurred eyes as of tonight. Just going across the white space. Actually, when I do this, I can see some of that lagoon in these lines. Oops. That little one load there is going pretty far. Right till I said that, and then it's not. That one came out a little light. Now let's see if this stays teal on there with the lagoon. Yeah, I can see it in there. Not a hell of a note. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes. I don't know. Very strange and mysterious. All right, well, let's do it another spot or two. What time is it? 1:15. Let's put some up in this little area up here, a little closer together since it's a smaller spot. And I notice you got to keep the watercolor on the wetter side doing this. Where can I dip it? I'm going to get a clump. Oh, it's not too bad. Stick with what works. Don't do another screw up. Oh, cool, Kathy. Which watercolor did you get? Oh, Gayla, Kathy's now in French on us. Did I miss something? Ah, the whale tail. Yeah, that's really pretty. That's really nice. Let's do something over here. Cece's like a machine doing this. You have such a steady hand. and can make a straight line. Not so much the case here. Oh, I can hear Oakley squeaking his toy. Excuse me. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. It went out. Stuck the end of the brush in my eye. Maybe that's why my vision's not great today. A couple more blows to my eye. Yeah, I can see it. Let's see if you can see it. Oops, I'm moving the camera. Probably not that way. Can you see a little lagoon in those lines? See a lagoon in them? They're like, oh, see the different colors in that cosmic bronze now that it's dried down. Let's turn it this way so I'm not banging the wire of the camera. Let's see if I can get the light right. There you go. That one kind of in the middle is the screen now, the longer line. You can see it. But why didn't the splats do that? That kind of ticks me off. That's how we learn. I am a danger to myself. Oh, thanks, Martinez. I really wish I wouldn't have splatted. Jean, why'd you let me do that? Why? I feel like I need a big circle. Like one rose gold circle. Oh, I missed something again. I see CC. Kayla. No, I wouldn't have listened either. I wouldn't have listened either, Jean, to be honest. I will not tell a lie. I just simply won't do it. All right, let's get this out of here. And let's get... Can you guys hear Oakley squeaking that toy? Oh, whip a good one on her, CC. She'll be on Google, French to English, and put that phrase in there. Acting like she knows French. I know how she works. Oh, hell, what was that? That's that furnace black. That pigment. Now look at that. It stained my... Oh, you can't see it. It's over here. Oh, well. But these little blobs of lagoon that have ended up on here, where the paper's buckled on that side, I see purple. On the other side, I see turquoise. It's so pretty. Now, should I do rose gold or should I do... Oh my God, he is murder on the squeaky toys. You can't hear television. He just gets such a kick out of himself doing it. So now the rose gold I did on here, and it's opaque, but you can still kind of see through it. So I'm wondering if, hey, Debbie. Yeah, Oakley did it. Oh my God, he's so brutal on toys. We're pretty much limited to Kong toys with him now. He rips everything apart in... I bought a Kong toys made out of fire hose, and the binding that they put it together with, less than 5 minutes, gone. Kayla, I don't know about you. I think I will use the rose gold because it is opaque enough. Anything else, I don't know would work. Or should I do circles of this? The cosmic bronze, or should I? All these questions I have, and I got 10 minutes to figure it out. Let's start slapping some paint. No more questions. More doing, less talking. Now, where are we going to put the circles? Oops, that's talking. Hit the damn camera again. That wire is a very painful place. Yeah, no kidding, Jean. I want to cover up this little streak right there. I think that's really pretty. I do. This is kind of boring over here. Let's put a bigger one over here. CC, on your recommendation, I got a silver black label, black velvet. Why do I say black label? It's beer, I think. Oh, that's why I say it. 1/2-inch flat. I like it so far. Here goes nothing. Whoa. There's a commitment. I wonder how many of these are going to reactivate and mix with the rose gold. It'll just make it interesting, I think. Oops. Till you move the stencil. Really? Do we really have to do that? Oh, black watercolor ground. Damn it. All right. Well, you know what? Let's let that dry. I'll go back with black watercolor ground. And let's put another one. Or gold. Maybe I should use the gold. Hey, Sarah. Oh, hell no. I can't see where I want to put it. Let's put one over here. That's not going to lose much over there. All right, where's my watercolor ground brush? Let's use this one. I don't want to mess up one of my good brushes. Get my stencil all dirty. Can you hear him running upstairs? Squirrel of a dog, I'm telling you. Good thing he's cute. Ooh, look. Oh, Kira. Oh, I've been calling you Sarah forever. Well, not really forever, but you know. Let's put one up here. Oh, now what color? Lagoon or rose gold? See, I was going to do this on 2 different ones. 2 different pieces of paper, and now I'm doing all the experiments on one. How conservative of you. Hang on, I didn't see chat. If anybody's throwing out their brainchild suggestions for what color these circles should be, give me a moment. Lagoon is awesome. Tamara, where you are, you know you can buy that from Germany. You don't have to pay for shipping from the United States. You can buy that from Germany. I don't know. I kind of like them black. But they're not going to stay black. We all know that. Hey, Tam. Oh, that's weird, Tam. Okay. Keep on real quick. Dry these so I can paint them and get out of here. I don't know. What color? Lagoon or rose gold? This is from Robax, Robax. So now the black looks actually pretty cool. What are we doing? What are we doing? I got a little half panel lagoon right here. How convenient. Do we want to do lagoon? It's going to be really banging turquoise on black. All right, I'll do it right here. You can see it on the brush what it's going to look like. Use your small pictograph stamp with the copper paint. Copper paint? Oh, this stuff here? Oh. Ew. But, oh, my stamp with that glittery paint? I don't know. Would that come out right? Just painting it over the stamp with the brush? I'm liking your desk surface. I know. That's my best work is my under paper. All right, hang on. Let me see what I can do. My work, okay, so my pictograph stamp. Pictograph, oh, get out of there. I'm going to use like just a row like this maybe and just paint some of them. Are you talking about, try it on your watercolor paper first, see what it looks like. All right, where's my paint? You people are killing me here. Let's try this. Try to do it over the background a little bit-ish. Now it kind of runs all together. Maybe I had it too. Oh, that's better. Oh, but you know what? Maybe more of a dry brush. And a lighter touch. Oh! Now, how big are these circles so I don't go outside the circle? All right, I'm going to get rid of this little goomer on the bottom here. All right, here we go. If this doesn't work, it's Kathy's fault. My round pictograph. Oh, but I think that's going to be too fine. That's why I picked this one up. I'll try it. All right. Happens to be right here. This little one. All right, let's see what happens. It's going to be very sketchy, which will be cool. You know what? That's a better idea, even so, Cece, because they can't, the watercolor can't pull on top of these little fine lines. I'm going right down on the paper. Screw it. Here we go. Where's my up and down? I put marks on this block. It's done. Oh, look at you people. Not dry yet, but it's faint. It's not exact. It's pretty cool, but these are going to be too big. This one will be okay. Very good idea. That's why I keep you guys around. See? All right, let me hit this one. That one's more faint. Do one in Lagoon. Oh, Oh, look at you people getting fancy on me. Fancy. Switching it up even. See that maybe I can just do the inside. Let me try this. All right, I'm not giving up yet. Gala Star Award. Wait a minute, they might be in cahoots together. They get blamed for doing a lot of things together with their conniving ways. All right. All right, I'm going to try to draw a smaller circle of coverage of this. I don't know how that's going to work, but we're about to find out. That's just how I'm doing it. Oh, Lord. You turn it this way, realign it this way. That's going to be hard to get it straight. Boom, we're going in. All right, we'll let them dry for a second. Let me wipe off my stuff. That in there. Get these out of my way. Heat gun coming in. This was the best one, I think. As far as how clear the images are. Okay, I'm wrapping it up here, kids. We're a couple minutes over. So let me see. There's the lagoon one. Trying to get you to see the purple. Never works. A little bit there, you can see it. Finally focuses when I'm on a razor's edge here. Or a little bit. Anyway, there's this one. Just a faint etching of sorts. Thanks, Julie. Glad you could join us. And here's this one down here, a little bit more faint, but still a little shadow. Like I know what I'm looking at. Most of the universe would never know what they're looking at. Here's the lines. I like everything but the splats. Yeah, this one's a little cockeyed now that I look at it. Anyway, there you go, kids. That's what I got. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to grab a little bite to eat. And then I may be watching Xandra from the tub. Don't anybody turn on their webcam. I'm kind of achy and sore today. I need a little Epsom salt's fun. Thanks, guys. Thanks for popping in. Another one of my last minute impromptu streams. Sometimes they're the best. Sometimes not so much. But they're always fun. Even if I tell you what not to do. There you go. That's something. Learned a few things on that one. Thanks, guys. I appreciate everyone. Thanks to my mods. I will see you later. All right, now how the hell do I stop it? Stop it. Stop the stream. Okay, here we go. Bye. Thanks all. Yeah, Z's on at 7:30. Scraps to Beauty. And I think you're on a Xandra 17. Xandra with a Z. Coming on in 25 minutes. I'll see you there. Bye, guys. I know I'm simple-minded, and I'm tapping my fingers. Can't help either.